It is the battle of the Tigers, LSU, Clemson, two top 10 teams, both with a lot of returning starters, both with very good head football coaches. This game, LSU Clemson, at Clemson, Death Valley. I guess both places they call Death Valley, but the one that's in South Carolina. This game is probably going to be the best quality wise of the weekend. I'm Dylan Hildreth of Hildreth Media. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Let's dive into this game, shall we? So, according to the ESPN analytics, however they measure that, I don't know. But they have 53.8% chance that Clemson wins this game. And we're essentially looking at home field advantage, as the spread on this game is the LSU Tigers being 3.5-point underdogs. So, I mean, we're split. We are even Steven down the middle. And when I look at both the depth charts, you have at least have a lot of new faces on LSU's offensive line. I think Tyree Adams is new. Weston Davis is new. Obviously, Josh Thompson, the transfer out of Northwestern, he is obviously new. He's the right guard. And my screen jumped on me. And then Braylon, and it jumped on me again. Holy cow. Can we not get stuff to jump around on me? There we go. And then Braylon Moore, the transfer out of Virginia Tech at center. So, a lot of new guys on that offensive line. And that is going to pose a problem, especially on a 4-2-5 defense. You're going to be able to have the nickel come. You're going to be able to have a linebacker come. You don't know which one of the 2 or the 5 are coming. You got TJ Parker. He's back. Peter Woods. Capehart DeMont, who is in his 6th year. You got Will Helt, the transfer from Purdue. And you know those Boilermakers, they're not good at much when it comes to football, but they know how to produce defensive ends. So, and you got Wade Woodis on the defense as well for Clemson. And then with LSU, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 transfers. 4 of them. Meshing is going to be an issue in this game on defense. Garrett Nussmeier is going to have his Heisman moment, his Heisman game, right now. Because it's going to take them a couple of games in order for this defense, big old truck. But it's going to take a while for this defense to mesh, and Cade Klubnik, he's really good against defenses that haven't met. And this game, particularly important for the Tigers. Uh, they have not won a season opener since 2019 when it was Joe Burrow at the helm. But let's take a look at LSU's schedule. So we got at Clemson. We got Louisiana Tech. You do get Florida at home, but it is Florida with DJ Lagway, and DJ is going to be a lot healthier at the beginning of the season than he would be towards the end. Then you got Southeast Louisiana, and then you got Ole Miss, and then you got South Carolina, and then you go to Vanderbilt, which this isn't your older brother's Vanderbilt team. These guys can be dangerous in Nashville. And then you got the rivalry with A&M. And then you go on the road to Bama. And then you got Arkansas and Western Kentucky. And then you got to go over to Norman, where that place will be rocking by the time we get to this point. The season finale. And in my estimation, John Mateer, Heisman Trophy candidate. Oklahoma is Bowman and Soonin. So, this is a monster game for LSU. Now, Clemson, as long as they don't lose in the AFC, they're fine. However, they have a lot of tough games. At Georgia Tech, I've ranted and raved about how good Hayes King and Brett Key are as quarterback and coach combination. Then you go to Chapel Hill to see Belichick. Go to Boston College to see one of his disciples. And really the only disciple Belichick's had that actually works. And you have to go to Boston College. Then you have SMU. Like this is a gauntlet. Syracuse, they're not going to be good, but you can't overlook them. You got SMU, and then you got Duke, and then you got Florida State, which they're going to be better this year. But for a number of reasons. One, I think Norvell is a very, very capable coach. And two, Florida State, they're not going to be down multiple years in a row. So, that game is going to be crucial. Louisville is always an interesting one. Jeff Brom, the former coach at Purdue, very capable coach. And then you got at South Carolina. Finish off the season. You got Furman in the middle of that, but it's not worth mentioning. But nonetheless, this game for LSU is everything. This game for Clemson has an awful lot of meaning. So you got Cade Klubnik, who is in his, I believe, 4th year of being a starting quarterback. You have Garrett Nussmeier, who has waited, got the role last year, really established himself as a Heisman favorite going into this game. And this quarterback battle is going to be one for the ages. The weather says it's going to be 74. Nice, clear weather. So that 57.5, I think gets met easily. This is going to be a first to 45. There's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. It is going to be high octane, high profile, high velocity. This game, this is going to be the best game of the weekend. Yeah, Ohio State and Texas, they're going to get the most views. They're going to be that game's going to be the one everybody's talking about on Monday. It's going to be leading off with Ohio State, Texas, unless something completely and totally insane happens. But this game, this is going to be the best game of the weekend. And as far as who I think is going to win this game, so like I said earlier, LSU hasn't won a season opener since 2019. Joe Burrow, when LSU went on their magical run, won the national title over Clemson, by the way. They have the quarterback, they have the coach, they have it, they have everything they need to be able to make a legitimate run for the national championship game. However, Clemson is very dangerous at home. They are very good at home. They have a lot of people coming back this year. This is the season that Dabo Sweeney is putting the farm on. And he loves his farm. With that, I'm going to go with the Clemson Tigers to beat the Louisiana State University Tigers. And I'm going to say it's going to be one of those high-scoring 49-45, 49-52, 45-42, something along those lines. It's going to be that type of game. So, those are my... Oh, yeah. And then, as far as the line goes, 3.5. I think Clemson is going to be able to get that garbage touchdown late in the game to cover. And 57.5, I'm going over. I think this game is going to be going 100 miles an hour from kickoff all the way to the final whistle. This is going to be nuts. This is going to be a game of the year candidate. And I'm taking the Clemson Tigers to win this game. I like the experience. I like Dabo more than I like Brian Kelly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But as far as this, Clemson over LSU. Give me Clemson with a point and the point disadvantage. And I'm taking the over at 57.5. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is Hildreth Media. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any football, racing, or true crime, or any other news. Until then, see you next one.